All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. My name is Judson Powell. Hit the like button, subscribe button, share button, notification buttons, hit buttons for me. But most of all, hit the love button and love one another. All right, so right now, I'm great. I'm going into this. I'm just going to call this post, Trump is an idiot. And if you keep following him, you're an idiot too, all right? And I'm not going to mince words or whatever or play around with it. Okay, so we know, all the news reports are out today that Trump is taking this hydro medicine. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the whole name. But anyway, it is a malaria medicine, all right? Malaria is a blood-borne infection. It's not a virus. It's not a viral infection. So taking this drug is not going to do anything. All right. So, I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea why he's doing it. Well, we do have an idea. Let me back up. He owns stock in one of the companies that makes the drug. So that's why he's telling people he's taking it. So then what? All his cronies, supporters, et cetera, they're going to rush out, right? And they're going to, I guess, buy this drug or get their doctors to prescribe them this drug. And of course, he's going to get rich. Now, the problem with that, okay, the whole problem with that is that it's illegal. It's against the rule of law in the United States of America. The president cannot profit from the office of president of the United States, all right, which Trump has been doing repeatedly and incessantly since he's been president. All right, he's had conventions and he's given his friends, he get money, he gives his friends appointments and all this different kind of stuff. He puts people in offices that they have absolutely no expertise in, no skills in, no nothing. It's just, hey, hey, Donnie, I need a job. Okay, what can you do? Well, I've been in the aerospace industry. Well, great, man. We're going to put you in charge of books. We're going to make you the nation's top librarian. That's the kind of stupid stuff that Trump does and the Trump administration does. And then they wonder and why stuff is backwards. Well, that's why stuff is backwards, because you're not getting experts and putting experts. And the other thing is you're not getting a lot of input. The one thing that I will say, and I know right now there's a lot of stuff, people are talking stuff about Obama, right? But, talking about Obamagate and this, that, and the other thing. And I get trolled all day, every day by these people that hate Obama or hate Biden or whatever. I guess because they kind of see my post that hey, I'm voting for a dude anyway, no matter what. So I guess, I don't know, but I know I get followed a lot by these people. So, I get how you get that friend request, and it's somebody, you look at them, you're there's no way in the world that I would ever know this person in real life. Or they have no profile picture. It's just like a blank. You don't know who they are, or their name. You can't pronounce their name, or something like that. You're just thinking to yourself okay, there's no way. And I know a lot of people. In fact, I know a lot of people. I can't even fit all the people that I actually know on my Facebook. So that's why I just But anyway, so Trump is an idiot. Okay, did I say that before? Trump is an idiot. He is literally an idiot. So, but anyway, what I guess what I'm trying to get at is that as the president, you have to be very careful about what you say and what you do, and he is not. Because people are following, so there are certain people that have no clue about nothing. They have no common sense. They have no book sense. They have nothing except that they look to this person, as a person that's going to protect their best interest or have their best interest at heart. And Trump is not that person. You know, and everybody's been trying to tell you that since he's been in office. It's like, look, and he is a white nationalist, and in fact, he's not even a real white nationalist, like I told y'all before. And in fact, Howard Stern came out and basically said what I said. It's like Trump don't even like his own constituency. Trump is like one of those like blue blood, rich. I like rich white folks type people. He don't even want poor white folks. Poor white folks, like the people that really follow him and stuff like that, you would never see Trump in a million years hanging out with none of those people. All right, because that's not who he is. You know, he's not going to walk with poor. He's not going to walk around with poor people kissing. And if you notice, even his campaigns, you never really see him out like touching people. All of his things are like these rallies. He gets all these people in. He tells them what they want to hear, gets them all riled up, and then he leaves. See, so there's no real. Go back and really look and see what he does. There's not really any interaction between him and his constituency, and the reason is because he's an idiot. And he's not an idiot in the sense that, yeah, he's connected and stuff like that, but that's only because he got money. And that goes back to something else I was telling y'all. Just because somebody has money does not mean they're smart or does not mean they have knowledge or wisdom. It just means that somehow, he got $1 million loan from his daddy. A lot of us will be in a lot better situation if our daddies could give us $1 million loan. Well, I can't really, I'm going to keep quiet on that. But do you understand what I'm saying? It has nothing to do, a lot of this stuff is just connections or they, and the other thing is the real white nationalists, they needed him. See, you guys don't realize the real white nationalists out there, they really need Trump. Because, like I said, their whole agenda is the fear that their race will be eradicated, that there will be no, there will be no more white race. And that, that their numbers are going down and that they will lose control of the United States. And basically, if all the other people in the United States would wake up, they would realize already that they really don't have any control. That's the 2 million pound elephant sitting in the middle of the room, all right, at the party. It's like if everybody woke up, voted, answered the census, voted, did all that kind of stuff, and then actually really set political and economic agendas. Just like if everybody stopped spending money with the Fortune 500, multinational corporations, and stopped buying their stuff and all that kind of stuff, and stopped subscribing to the media and all of that, there would be no white nationalism. There would be no white, white supremacy, even one of my friends posted about white supremacy will always exist. And I don't even know if that's true, because when you really, and I guess my biggest argument for the whole thing about white supremacy is to break down the fact that there's not been an invention, and I'm talking about a good invention. The automobile, think of all the things we use right now, the automobile, rockets, rocket science, anything like that, electromagnetic field discovery, things like that, cell phones, the internet, pretty much anything that's technical, water purification, air conditioning, and people look at that stuff, and even stuff like the lawnmower, the traffic light, all these different inventions, even Jack Daniels, which I posted about yesterday. My favorite black invention that wasn't given credit for is Jack Daniels. Thank you, Mr. Green. His brother named Green that invented that. So I'm just saying. So if you really put it all together and you think about it, there's not a whole lot that they invented, and there's not a whole lot of stuff that you can really say is theirs. And I mean, most of the stuff, basically all they did was they figured out a way legally to steal it, or even illegally to steal it, and then put the trademarks, the patents, all that stuff in their name. So it basically boils down to they haven't really invented a whole lot of stuff. And so to really call them supreme, or to say that they're, because they're not, even stuff in medicine, blood transfusions, the founder of my fraternity is like one of the greatest cell biologists in the world. Without his knowledge, without the things that he discovered, people would be dying all over the place. Blood transfusion. Another one of my fraternity brothers discovered it. Not a white man, Dr. Charles Drew, Dr. Ernest Everett Just. So I just want to put their names out there. Bless y'all ancestors. I love them. Anyway, but that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And if y'all wake up and realize that, look, they not that smart. Like I said, y'all, in a couple of posts ago, and I was telling y'all, like, look, Trump talked about disinfecting, and folks was taking bleach enemas and drinking bleach and all kind of. The bleach company had to put a warning label on the bleach, so people would stop it. And that's all I'm trying to say, y'all. So don't walk around acting like they like so smart or they know so much stuff. It's just that they got money and connections. That's it. Other than that, there is no, like they're not no master race or anything like that. It's just like they're just opportunists and they're thieves. And I'm just saying, and these are facts. This is not stuff, I'm not saying this to be malicious or to be, evil or anything like that, because I know, the first thing they're going to do, oh, you're a racist, you're this, that, and the other thing. No, I'm just telling the truth. Go and look up in the 18th, the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st century, look up the majority of the inventions that have literally changed the world. And you will see that most of those inventions that have literally changed the world have come from the minds of Africans and the descendants of Africans. And they took credit. It's just like Edison. Edison never got the light bulb to work. Lewis Latimer did. Our ancestor. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But every book you ever read in your life tell you that Edison invented the light bulb. Not true. And not to mention the blueprint for the light bulb, I just go a little bit deeper. The blueprint for the light bulb was actually in one of the papyrus inside one of the temples, actually written in the hieroglyphs inside one of the temples in Kemet. So let's not get the game twisted. The other thing is all of the master builder techniques and everything like that, they all came from us. So don't sit up there and be like, and now, I had people arguing me down. And I'm like, look, you guys, you need to be aware of who you are and what you've done and what you can do, and once we wake up and realize, that we've been dumbed down, and we've been dumbed down by the media, dumbed down by religion, dumbed down by every possible corner, scared, frightened to death, terrorized, everything else. But we still keep going and we still keep rising. So, so stop believing the hype. Ain't no hype out there. Trump is not a smart man. He just is not. And he is so, and so the final thing I want to talk about is that's why he is so jealous and envious of Barack Obama. Barack Obama is brilliant. In fact, and I'll even go one further and say, and I know y'all don't want to hear this, but Bill Clinton is brilliant. These are brilliant men. These are men that are well studied and well read and thoughtful and have and are kind and have compassion and understanding and all of the good traits that a man should have, and especially Barack. I mean, look at the whole thing with Barack. Barack never, come on, and they turned every stone from the time they said that his birth certificate wasn't real and all this kind of stuff. They tried to get a scandal on him. They still trying to get a scandal on him, and they can't find one because he has integrity. He has integrity. And if he did do something, he's discreet. And what even their scholars say, what discretion is the better part of valor. So if you can't find nothing, guess what? Nothing. Like I said, if you didn't get caught, if nobody saw it, guess what? It didn't happen. And they still trying to dig stuff up on the man. Leave that man alone. Him and his wife are probably the two most beloved people that have passed through here in a while. So, anyway, final thought: Trump is an idiot. Fastest 15 minutes or so. Hit the buttons. I love y'all. Trump's an idiot.